let me check the sound. Good morning to everyone. Okay, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Just a second. Snorkel. Okay. Good. Nice. So, what is happening for Bitcoin? Well, the price action is very choppy. This is for sure. Up, down, really bad price action for everybody. But the weekly is still ominous and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look bullish. The daily looked bullish a few days ago, but now the money flow is still very thick in the red, so I would not be surprised that even we go a little bit more and then we get rejected to the downside. 4 hour. The 4 hour is choppy. Let me see 3 hour. The money flow is very thin, which means that there are no transactions, no bullishness, no bulls driving the price action. It seems we're going down, we're turning to the downside. 1 hour, yes, it looks we had some correction, now we're going down, it seems. Okay, let's see, 45 minutes blood diamond on the 45 minute, and momentum is going down and the money flow is just going in the red, which is bearish. Well, on the 30 minute it's a little bit, looks a little bit more bullish, but still the money flow is coming down, so on the 15 minute we're going down for sure. Maybe we print a green dot and I don't know, let me see. I mean, I'm not going long on this one because for sure, not even for a small scalp, because the 2 hour looks very bearish. I think the 1 hour the same. So even a small scalp to the upside is not okay. Not okay. We're going sideways. I would like to see this cloud broken to take a short position. Let me see 1 hour Ichimoku cloud. So we're just hovering in the cloud here. So this is the Tenkan Sen at 19.4. and we're just breaking it. So if we successfully break it on the 1 hour, I would be looking to short, but let's see what happens. We may pump, but seeing this price action, it looks bearish. Nothing bullish here, really nothing bullish. We have a little bit upside momentum here, but it's too choppy to take a position, I would say. Too choppy. I want to see the MACD, the pivots, and the relative strength index. Yeah, it's choppy. Definitely choppy. Well, we're right now sitting on the pivot. Let's see if we can hold this pivot. If not, we can short to the next level. I think we're going sideways during the day, more sideways. Like up, down, up, down, up, down, but staying between staying between the pivot and this 20k resistance. Okay, let's see here. So we finally went above this trend line, but no, we cannot conclude any direction right now. Let's see the other chart, and I'm going to play Inspo Crypto on-chain analysis. So we're going down here, which is surprising for me. But indeed, we had some move to the upside to regulate shorts. So yeah, I think we are bottoming, or we already bottomed on this Bitcoin price interest over time. We already bottomed, and I think if we go up, I'm waiting for this wave to resume to the downside, like the last time. Yeah. Okay, so let me see my last indicator. This is choppy, even bearish, going bearish, breaking this to the downside. There is nothing else to say. I would rather lean bearish than bullish, but I want to see. Right now it's not good time to short this. If we were up here, yes, but right now we might have another little pump. I say little, and then maybe we can take a short position or go sideways the whole day, which I think is more probable to happen. Okay, playing the
Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. What a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. Double bottom and let's go. Ride the bull. Why not? Let us try. While DXY is playing a really trying to crash every little party we have, it's just fascinating me how strong USD is being. And however, I just hope that we can go down to 113 to maybe even a little bit lower to 113, and then let's see what's happening there. While yeah, I mean, we need to see what's going to happen here. Um, it's time to go up, but I'm still not convinced. At least Jay or Jeremy, Jerome, however, Powell didn't speak today. Or at least he had a little show of 50 minutes just to say a welcome to the Community Banking Research Conference, where I'm right now watching. It's very interesting because they are, the banking community is just talking about their issues, problems, yeah, how to fix them in the future, what could be the next level of banking. And just a few minutes ago, they talked about cryptocurrency, so crypto in general, and how important is to adapt the banking infrastructure to cryptos to provide them to their customers. And they did something like a poll. It was much more, um, it was. I'm just checking it. It was a poll, and 80% of their members said it's not important at all. Wow, and that's relatively new. Okay, that was surprising me a little bit. Well, I mean, as mentioned yesterday, also in my introduction, banks are companies. They look to make money with that, and if they see that the costs for implementation are bigger than the um, opportunity to make big gains with that, they are not going to do it. I mean, it makes sense. At the moment, they are not convinced it would make sense. That's at least what they are telling here in this conference. It's a 2 days conference. You have to register for that. I did. It looks great. Very interesting. However, that's what's what I want to tell you. 80%, that was really surprising. Well, related to the XY, we can see the euro US dollar pair, and we can see that they are lifting up. So the euro is trying to push up back to $1 at least. I hope that would be good for the euro at least, and also good for Bitcoin, crypto in general, and also SPY. Something that hopefully we can lift up a little bit more. And then we need to see what's going to happen. So only just because we go up, we need to see how strong bulls will react. Because I'm not really convinced yet that bulls are strong enough, because they showed in the last recent days that they are very too weak. But maybe they show now a little bit more strength. That would be cool. So let us go forward and just go directly to the wealth ratio, 30 days moving average, for example. As we see, it's declining once again, 44 yesterday, so no big at all. So also here it means we are going to flip. Depends on what's going to happen today. At the moment, everything looks very quiet. So Bitcoin going up, that's very good. I closed my head short. My long is on the way. I will see really how far they want to go. At least I would expect then to visit 20k once again, and hopefully we can have a break there to 22, as just mentioned a few days ago. And then if they think it's a nice opportunity to dump, okay, it's fine. It's fine. So we will see. But yeah, the wealth ratio, one day, as mentioned, 44. If we take the 30 days moving average, still at 50, at 49. So it's still too high, just too high. So I would expect, if we are done, I would expect to go more down, more down, more down. But I would expect such a move if we are detecting big accumulation in one entity. I did yesterday, once again, a full analysis, and it doesn't look like, absolutely not. It does not look good at all. However, let us go forward and let me check. I guess I need to refresh the site. So here we go. We can see that while Bitcoin is lifting up, also the wealth ratio 30 hours moving average is waking up, because we are right now above 90 at 94. That's big, indicating they are sending once again just Bitcoins to spot exchanges. We also see from just 2 days ago, where the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifted up. Since then, it maintains at a level, while the stablecoin supply is still declining. So not good at all. At least it's not indicating midterm. That looks great. I would be very careful here what's going to happen. I mean, I would be careful. Right now, everything looks great. I would expect 20,200, and then we need to see what's going to happen. So that's it related to the wealth ratio. Let us go forward and check what's going to happen to the other indicators. Just one thing is, and that's critical, we are above 90. So indicating they could start to distribute their way up, send more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, maintain there. We have received almost 7,500 bitcoins to derivative exchanges, to Binance today. So and we need to be careful if they are not going to shift part of them to spot to sell. So we need to see. However, everything above of 90 related to the wealth ratio 30 hours moving average, it's not big. It's not cool. Sorry, it's not bullish. So let us go forward. So we see here this cluster. It was very active related to spot inflows, while it maintained here very flat, now lifting up, indicating they are selling. So it was also a preparation with the expectation that we will lift up. And right now we can see we can't see that. I don't know why CryptoQuant is having some problems. Now we can see that. Okay. So not big at all. We are not talking about the same volume we had just a few weeks or months ago. In the last 2 hours, we received almost 2,000. So let us say 3,000 bitcoins. That's big, absolutely. So also indicating these guys are going just to distribute the way up. We had here a bigger outflow indicating they started to sell and buyers are withdrawing their bitcoins. Um, while yeah, the stablecoin inflows maintains relatively flat. The last one was 10 millions. That's not big enough. So 20,200, and I would be very careful there. What's going to happen there? That would be my point of interest, because if we are going to fail there, that would be a big double top. They love to make this very simple formations, and if we are going to do a double top there, wow, that could be extremely dangerous for bulls, so we need to be extremely careful just because of that. Let us go forward. So, let us see. Funding rate, nothing big happened here, nothing big, but that was once again a nice shakeout. So they shaked out leverage ratio, funding rate lifting up, demanding more longs, demanding more shorts, demanding more longs. At the moment, these guys are at least, I mean, as you see, it wasn't that bad. They started to demand more shorts and the price afterwards started to decline. Now demanding more longs, the price is going up. So not bad at all. And you can see here stablecoin inflows lifted up a lot, while right now more bitcoins. Here a little bit, but here that was big. The first time since a while that we are seeing such a big move. So we are talking here a bit 76 million stablecoin. The biggest one was here 170 millions. That was just 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Sorry. Well, almost 2 days ago. And just a few hours ago, we received 8,700 bitcoins. 8,700 bitcoins to derivative exchanges, while we lifted up already, and so people were just expecting to go up even more. But if we take, for example, the open interest, after it recovered very well, it dumped very hard, and now it's recovering slowly. And the same happened to the leverage ratio, only that the leverage ratio once again just lifted up and declined while they started to lift up to pump the Bitcoin price, indicating they liquidated high leverage shorts. So let us go forward and we can see liquidation of shorts, liquidation of shorts, liquidation of longs, liquidation of longs, liquidation of shorts. Not big at all, absolutely not. This one was much more bigger, so it seems that the market, many were expecting to go up, and afterwards they dumped. Once again, it was a nice shakeout. Shakeout here, no shakeout here. Even not big, it will be big as soon as go up. So at the moment, this information is not illustrated here yet, and something it should happen. Open interest, as you can see, lifting up. Leverage ratio, that was just a big difference here, and funding rate was declining, so it makes sense that they are starting to liquidate shorts at the moment. That's the aggregated view. We have the Binance view, and looks very similar. Also here, leverage ratio dumped here, so also indicating they liquidated a lot of late high leverage shorts, while the open interest declined a little bit and it's lifting up, while the funding rate from here indicating they are now demanding more longs. So also very interesting. So let us go and check what's happening here, while I can almost take a look here to Binance and see what's happening there. So shorts, longs. I mean, if we check, that's a big difference. Well, it is. It's changing at the moment. Indicating shorts are coming while we are lifting up. Something that's absolutely normal, it seems. So people at the moment, and that's a big problem we have on both sides now, is they're more to the downside, creating a comfortable price level of trust. What does that mean? You bounce 5 times there, you will bounce a 6th time there, a 7th time there, an 8th time there, a 9th time there, and that's what you will think. But when you are thinking it and you're placing your long, once you will fail, we will go down more. That's, in my opinion, something that's pure psychological. So they are playing with that, they know that. So we are letting push the price down. We are just let the price below 19 and then start to bounce. We can do that 4 times, 5 times. People will feel very familiar and very comfortable. They will place longs at a certain moment. They will just nuke it from there and liquidate all people. Of course, the same can happen when every time when we bounce from here, we are starting, as you can see, to play shorts. But if we take a ratio between the case of the bottom of 18,519, you know, every time when we bounce there, we have a huge amount of longs, a huge amount that we until today we didn't reach with shorts. So the big question is, if it's only shake out, we can play this game many times. We will go up a little bit more to 20,000 maybe, then maintain there. They will place more shorts, more shorts, more shorts, more longs, more longs, more longs. Shake out both sides. Go down, go up afterwards once again. We need to see, but I don't like that. That looks like they are planning a trap. I don't know if that's going to be a trap to the upside or to the downside. That's something I don't know. I still think we are not going to make a new bottom this year. I still think that. But option traders were, for example, placing bets against me, indicating they're expecting even to go lower of 17k. So we need to see, but you know, that here is not looking great, absolutely not, and we need to be very careful with that. So after we liquidated the cluster we had very close to the price, now we have another one at 19.6. The next one would be at 20,300, but the huge one is at 28k. As you see, even on Binance, liquidation cluster more in favor of shorts than of longs, because it looks just less, much less. So also here we need to see what's going to happen. Let us check and compare that with FTX, what these guys are doing.
Those 5 bankers who participated in our 5 questions for 5 bankers series. I'll just remind everyone, the survey is available online and also out in the lobby on our kiosk.
And it looks once again completely different, at least in volume. But liquidations much less than last time. However, we have here more longs, low leverage, while shorts really not big at all, absolutely not big at all. So I don't know why I'm indicating this decouple from FTX and Binance, because in the future it was looking very similar. I don't know why it changed. Okay, anyway, let us go and check what option traders are doing. So let us see what's happening here. What is FTX doing? For example, if we check, they started relatively late to jump in. First of all, they were the main. When I see something, you know, you see the aggregated CBD spot looking like a usually and good looking curve to the upside, and then you see what FTX did, just up and down, and who followed? Bitcoin collateral futures and stablecoin futures. So indicating that, well, FTX making their kind of deals, even tiny ones. However, also here right now reducing a little bit the pace to the upside, so buying less than before. You can see here they had a big volume in purchases. So, but 19.5, we need, as you know, 19.5, 20,000, even 20,500 could be a problem, but 20,000, if we maintain above of 20k and could bounce to the upside, it could send us directly to 25k. So we need to be very careful, because then 20k is going to be the support, 25k is going to be our resistance and would act as a magnet. So we need to be extremely careful here. Next one, Binance. Binance, as mentioned, it was mainly FTX, so it doesn't appear here. Once again, due the liquidity and volume, Binance here driving the aggregated one. Someone is buying bigger than even Binance. If I check that, we need to see how. I can imagine that's Coinbase once again. But however, Binance started to buy even. If we check here, the CBD started to lift up when we were at a price of 18.6. So not bad at all. They started in a very good moment just to buy more. So we see here right now that's Bitfinex not doing anything. That's crazy. That's really crazy. And well, I mean Coinbase. Yeah, and Coinbase, look, I mean they started after they distributed, they started to buy once again Here also followed a little bit this little dump, and afterwards they started even before Binance to lift up in CBD, indicating that that explains why the aggregated CBD is lifting up in that pace, while it wasn't Binance that was pushing to the upside. So yes, let us take a look as usual to our entities. We can see that retailers here, everyone with less than one Bitcoin is not doing anything, looks neutral. These guys lifting up after they declined. These guys declining, okay, that's wondering a little bit. So indicating, I would say, wallets with less than 100 Bitcoins at the moment more a little bit declining than going up. These guys here, wow, okay, that's crazy. They are declining. That's surprising me because usually these guys push the price up to sell the top, but they are selling while the price is going up. That's very interesting. Oh, market maker entities. Right now indicating, well, they raised a little bit their balances. It was at 4,860,000, now indicating 4,870,000. I can even tell you the correct and detailed price balance. Takes just a little bit. Yes. So give me here. We have there 4,869,000. Yeah, that's very interesting. And yeah, the next one, as we know, are those more related to exchanges, and as you see, they are pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. That's not good at all. Absolutely not. Could indicate these guys are sending, not at the moment sending those to centralized exchanges. And yeah, that's not good. Absolutely not good at all. Um, we need to see, because also if we check, for example, the price action every time that happen, and that's also an indicator that these guys are centralized exchanges. Every time when it lifted up, the price dumped afterwards. Oops. And that's also an indicator that's centralized exchanges behind these entities. Oh, oh no, oh, what? Oh no, okay, it was correct. So when it's going up, we need to be extremely careful, because usually, like that happened also here, for example, it went up, afterwards we dumped. We need to be extremely careful with these entities. I remember this one was, they shifted just from one wallet to another, so nothing big, but we need to be extremely careful. What I don't like at all is what the market maker is doing here. It's just, that looks really horrible. So wow, we need to see. Let me check if we have something else. Oh yeah, market maker once again sent those, you remember I told almost 8,000 bitcoins to derivative exchanges. Here the fund flow almost 6-7. So usually he is pushing up, making more bitcoins, maintaining these bitcoins on centralized exchanges, and then they use them also to dump the price afterwards. Right now, after after they went up, you can see that here, for example, the reserves, Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges declined, lifted up once again. It's declining right now while they are distributing. Well, and then activity on spot and derivative exchanges declining even more and more and more and more. That's continuous. What's happening there right now? Also here indicating more OTC activity at the moment. Also here, I would be extremely careful when OTC is active. We had that in the past. We went down afterwards, so we need to be also here very.
Overall, the bearish picture is still there, um, and I'll be very careful with the longs. Actually, I'm not longing anything today. I would only look for shorts, seeing the 3 hour and the 1 hour. So yeah, that's from my side. Have a good Thursday.